Do you know how good your God is, men? Is to the Pakistan, Afghanistan, Syria people. Do you know what God did for you, India, Syria? That God restored you to the fullest. I couldn't understand what it was, but when September 11th happened, the 9/11 was bombed, and then what happened? We as America went after you. Okay, so this baby took up the sins of both sides. Okay, so oh, I'm so grateful. So, and in that progress to everything, we all did it together. And I kept on saying, why did I look at it may sound crazy now, the Pakistan and Jewish people like they were freaking God's people. Okay? Like, I said, they're the Jews. Like, they're the freaking Jews. Okay? And it was like, oh, so I looked at the Mexicans, I looked at the whites, I said, oh my goodness, there's a priesthood because their face is getting red like that. So I started looking at the blacks, I started saying, wow, these are God's people, like what the freak is going on? So you ever looked at why the four are getting like Mexicans, whites, Pakistans, and Indian, they're all the same. And whites are getting attacked and we're always coming after each other. Oh boy. So we're always making against the tribe of Judah. We're always fighting, fighting, fighting. Okay? And the Lord told me this when He said, we're fighting against our our own necessities to want into something. And the Lord showed me this. You guys are getting in no matter what. So I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm so happy. It's not even funny. It's like I kept on trying to see why the Asians kept on refusing me. Why did they keep on breaking this ban? Why did the Japanese keep on refusing? Why did the Asians keep on refusing me? And I kept on saying, why are you refusing me? I'm not judging. It's basically something that was happening. They didn't want to hear from me. They were refusing me. It was just like, I was like, why is this happening? And I'm sorry. Forgive me, Libby Scaff, on my repentance. This is this husband's noble. I'm very honest to what it is. Forgive me. Forgive me, America, blacks. Forgive me, whites. Forgive me, African Americans first. Forgive me, whites of America. Forgive me, Pakistan, Syria, Afghanistan, and all. Forgive me of my sins and my trespasses against your family and all of you. Forgive me, Mexicans. Oh my goodness. I was getting so worried for an attack in here and I couldn't understand what was going on until I realized it was really up the Ying twins. So, oh, I have a picture of Tony a long time ago. It was in the closet. I don't even know where that picture is. This Tony had a really long hair, really black long hair. It's like really down to his thing. It's really long. He had really long hair. So one day I was looking at his hair in the picture, and he actually looked like one of the Muslim people's hair, and he was really he looked like he was part of that tribal. And I couldn't understand what was going on until I realized what it was. And he has this, I don't know if it's a Jewish kind of birthmark, but he has it on his back. And I remember when Jewish people get the burn on the back and things like that. But I don't know, but this is serious. Like, it's kind of freaking me out who the freak my uncle really is. You know? So I'm like, I don't know. Kind of getting scared. At the same time, the Lord just didn't have me pray for it's kind of freaking me out. I'm really getting anxiety. Don't get twisted. I'm getting very much anxiety right now. I've never gotten that anxiety towards somebody I didn't know, fully. You know past it, but you don't know too much. But it's kind of scaring me. Okay. This is why I was basically, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this right now, but I was a Muslim. I had to go through these stages, okay? I went to the Berkeley Mosque, I went to all these things. But I remember one thing, a man that was Spaniard down there saying something, and he wanted to give me a hug, but it was something totally different. Okay, I knew it was bad. Okay, it was confusing me. But the Muslim people asked them, how long are we going to live? But let me teach you something. You guys have blood of Christ in you. And I kept on realizing, why do you guys do a certain thing? And when you bury the people, you don't put them in boxes, okay? You wrap them up, okay? And then they're higher above ground. They're not in the low pit of things, okay? I was wondering why these things were being filtrated onto you guys to believe in these things, because they lied to you. It was a lie, and oh my goodness, it was a lie that was put in you guys a long time ago. That's why I was like, who's putting that over there? Like, really, like putting them in the shrinery of things. And then I kept on looking at certain things that was happening, and I couldn't understand what was being done. But then I started looking at the Zaxxons. The Zaxxons weren't what you think they were. They were actually Japanese people. They were big sumo wrestler people. So things are coming to light. These were basically the headship of Pharaoh, and at Pharaoh's time and things like that. They were Pharaoh.